Next thing I'm going to do is imagine I'm back at the spectator point. I'm going to imagine that I'm shining a laser beam through each of the corners of the building. So I'm going to shoot one through that corner, I'm going to shoot one through that corner, and I'm going to shoot one through that corner. And again, once I hit the picture plane, that's an important point. So, through the corner of the building till it hits the picture plane. And again, through the corner, which is the high point of the roof, till it hits the picture plane. And again, through the corner at the back until it hits the picture plane. So I've gone through that corner, I've gone through that corner, and I've gone through that corner. And I now have a point here, a point here, and a point here. Very accurately, once again, I'm going to take those vertically and up and down the way. Up and down, up and down. I'm now looking at my ground line. There's my ground line coming down through there. There's the back point of the building. And I'm looking for this point here where the two lines cross over. This front corner, again, went to there. Once it hits the picture plane, it comes down the way. So there is the very front edge of my building. So what I can do is align that in to make it nice and dark. That's the bottom of the building. Looks very steep, but remember we're standing right there and we're quite close to the building, so it is going to go back at an angle. This is a gutter height coming through here. So again, I'm going to follow my back corner, which is there, goes to that position. Now I'm going to follow up the way until I get to the gutter, which is right there. The gutter at the front is on this line, so I follow that till it hits the picture plane. It goes vertical and it gets me there. So now what I have is the back corner of the building and the very front corner of the building. Last thing I need is a pointed bit of the roof. There's the pointed bit there. Picture plane, vertical until it hits height line 4. Height line 4 is coming that way, so there's a point I'm looking for right there. And all I do is I join that up with two straight lines. One to there, and one to there. So that's when you got the side of the building. Looks a little bit distorted, but that's because I'm standing at the side of it and I'm looking at quite a tight angle. Now I know this height is accurate, I know that height is accurate, and I know that height is accurate because I've used a height line here and I've plotted them through these positions. So that height is fixed. What I know is that that line heads back in that direction, that one heads back in that direction, and that one heads back in that direction. And like all previous perspective drawings, that means that's going to go back to a vanishing point. Similarly, that's going to go back to a vanishing point, and so will that one. The vanishing point they'll go to is that one there. So now I can quite simply draw some construction lines from this corner, which I know is correct. That corner's at the right height and the right position. So I'm going to take that back to that vanishing point. This one I know is at the right height and the right position. So I'll take that back to a vanishing point. And this one is also at the right height and the right position, and I can take that back to a vanishing point. Now you should be able to see that little bit of loss of accuracy here, but the gutter height, for example, if I take that back to the vanishing point, it actually goes through its height there, which shows that there is a level of accuracy here. Notice this one is missing, but there's a very good reason why that one misses so significantly. It's because this height line is not in line with the highest point of the building, so I wouldn't expect that line to go through there. But I would have expected that one to hit, so I've lost a little bit of accuracy there. Just a pencil's point thickness is enough to throw that out. Now that I've got these lines going through here, this is at a true height, that's at a true height, and that's also at a true height. So I can now go back to my spectator point and I can shoot some lines through the corners of the building. Once again, shoot through there till it hits the picture plane, and shoot through here until it hits the picture plane. There's my 2 points I'm looking for. Take my set square once again and go vertical and go vertical. There's the bottom edge of the building. I'm going to follow it along until it hits the vertical line, which is just there. Here's the gutter going along there. Once again, I'm going to follow it until it gets to the corner, which is just there. So there is the far away edge of the building. I can now line in this part, which is the front of the building. And I can do the gutter, which is from here across to here. The last position I need is where this roof turns and goes back to the gutter, and I've got that. I've shot through here, gone to the picture plane and gone vertical. This line I know is at the right height, so the point I'm looking for must be there. Finally, I join that point to that point, and I can do that point from here to here. Maybe a little bit difficult to see on the screen, but there is the final outline of my building. Now I'm going to go into, hopefully when I edit this I'll go into double speed, and I'm going to go around with a fine writer and pick out this building. Okay, that's me done the lining in of the building. Last thing I have to do is put the two windows on the front. Now, last time this height line was very, very important, the one on this side, because that fixed the height of the ground, it fixed the height of the gutter, and it fixed the height of the pointed bit of the roof. The problem with this height line is that it doesn't touch along this wall, and this wall is where the windows are. The windows aren't on the end of the building, they're on this part of it. So this time the height line which is most used to is this one here, height line 1. So again I'm looking at the ground position, which is there, and I'm looking at the windows. Now the height from the ground to the bottom of the window is 300 millimeters. The window itself is another 500 millimeters. So what I need on here, from the ground, I need 300 millimeters and then 500 millimeters. So once again I'm going to go to my scale ruler, and so find the correct scale on my ground line. I need 300 millimeters, which is there, and then another 500 millimeters, which takes me to there.